I think are we on live on YouTube? Are we on YouTube? We'll make sure we're on YouTube here. Yeah, okay, we're good on YouTube. So we might be a little delayed on YouTube, but
Okay.
anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to another special edition of the Seibelmania and Friends podcast. And today I got a very, very special guest. His name is Jonah Price, but in
That's
the music
me.
world, he goes by Gatsby. Gatsby, my man, what's
Yes,
good, bro?
sir. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm chilling. I'm doing great. It's it's awesome to interview you, man. I've listened to a lot of your music. I've been bugging my parents with your music. I've been friends with your music. I have been really, really excited about doing this podcast with you, man. I
Yeah.
thank you so much. It
Yeah.
means a lot to me.
Yeah, no sweat, man. I'm stoked to be here. Super stoked to be here.
Hell yeah, man. I know you got a live going right after this, so I'll try to keep
Oh, you're
this.
good. No, yeah. Yeah, we're chilling.
So, the one thing I wanted to ask you, there's a couple questions I had to ask you, but one of them is you said you graduated from Berkeley, or did you graduate from Berkeley?
I did not get a full degree from Berkeley. I went to Berkeley. So the way Berkeley works is when you do online stuff like that, you do different courses that you select towards like a master's certificate. There's no like degree or anything that comes along with it unless you're in person there for the whole, the whole 4 years. But yeah, I did all the individual courses that required me to get my master's certificate in um, music production and analysis.
Gotcha, gotcha. I forgot to do something real quick here. I forgot to share the link to everybody so they can come through and maybe they'll ask us a couple of questions too. Um, let's
Yeah, let me pull this joint over here and let me
get this in your Discord if that's cool.
yeah, throw it in the Discord there. That's what I was about to do.
I got it in the Discord. If you want to plug it as well, you can. Uh,
Let's see.
uh,
You.
there we go. So hopefully we get some people coming through here. So yeah, so I think that's great that you were able to go to school and get your degrees, and or not your degrees, but get all your stuff to be
Mhm.
what you are today.
Yeah.
Uh, question for you: what got you into music? Like you said, it started for you 15 years ago. What
Mhm.
was there like any certain moment or anything that got you into it?
Oh yeah, my dad was a worship pastor,
Okay.
my whole life. So that was his full-time job, everything like that. So for as long back as I can remember, going back to I think I picked up the guitar when I was like 4. I was always around musicians, like always around musicians, and so I was just blessed to, be surrounded by so much music and so many talented people that there was no other option for me but to fall in love with it because it was all that I knew. And so then, growing up and getting into sports and then getting into everything, it always came back to music. Music was always my love and my passion and what truly brought me alive. And so yeah, there's guitar, and then after that the drums, and then after that the piano and the bass and everything like that. Just learning different things, and then hip hop was in there, and falling in love with everything surrounding hip hop was just
Oh
it was
yeah.
awesome. So
Well,
yeah, there's a lot of different things, but yeah, that my dad was really the reason that I initially got into music.
okay, that's my dad's a real estate agent, so if I ever got a real estate agent, he would be the
There
reason
you go.
he's been in real estate since 2000. So
There you go. Yeah,
yeah, he's been in there for a while. He's very successful too. On my dad, I'm not,
that's awesome.
yeah, yeah. He sells houses. He's really good. But I was just going to say, it's because of guys like you and guys like Bakery Music and Crip
Hmm.
and just YouTube basically that I recently started listening to rap
Hmm.
a whole different way.
Yeah.
When I used to listen to it, I would just kind of bob my head to the beat, be like, okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. That's a cool beat. Okay. But then when I actually started watching like all these reactors, Shaq, you, Crip, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Um, I actually started listening to the lyrics and
Hmm.
double meanings and all the hidden entendres and all that stuff. And I'm like, there's more to this than I thought there was. There's a lot that
Yeah.
goes into this. So I guess my question for you is, when you sit down to write lyrics,
Mhm.
what is your thought process? Like, how do you get into that mind frame of,
Mhm.
because I'll tell you, one of my favorite bars from you was from your song with Shrug and Sheezy, where you said, Sheezy with the shrug on MJ, Renegade
Yeah.
talking MJ, Billy, all that's
Yeah. Burning Green talking MJ. Billie
yeah,
Jean's on the goat talking MJ.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you come up with stuff like that? Because I'll be sitting in my room and I'll try to think of something as clever.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I know a lot of people geek out about the bars, right? The
Yeah,
bars are secondary for me. Like a lot of people are like, when I sit down, I want my bars to hit so hard. That's not my thing. I'm like, I know I'm gonna come up with clever stuff. Like I'm gonna come up with stuff that catches your attention. I'm more focused on the way that I make you feel. Like there's emotional high points and there are musical high points in music in every song. And you can point to them the same way that in a movie there's an emotional climax and then a storyline climax. Same way with the song. So I really focus on the stuff that's going to hit you and you're going to feel it. But when the bars like that come around, it's like you can look at anything, right? Let's just look around the room and pick something out and be like, I have to make something with this, this item.
right.
And think about it. Like, you're talking about like if you're outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're walking down the street and you step on gum, right? Like it
Yeah,
sucks,
yeah.
but you can make a bar out of that, right? Like you could think about, you're walking down and you step on gum, right? And
Cheesy in one of his live videos, he was saying, when you look at an object,
mhm.
just look at an object and think everything you can about that object.
Right, yeah, like you stepped on the gum, right? Oh no, I stepped on gum. But then you're stuck to the streets, right? And so you
Mhm.
make that double of like I'm stuck to the streets, like a gumshoe. But
Oh,
then there's the little triple of like, a gumshoe is also that type of Adidas shoe, and like you can make all kinds of different like little references. And so there's so many different things that you can do with bars, and it doesn't always have to be I'm this like this, I'm this like this. I
right.
prefer the ones that are more like well-rounded. I'm making a metaphor out of something and then bringing in different things. So
Yeah.
yeah.
By the way, this is a little gimmick I do on my show. This video is not sponsored by Pepsi, but hey, if Pepsi ever wants to sponsor your boy, I'm
There you
right.
go.
I'm
You sound
available.
like me. You sound like me with White Claw now. Yeah.
Hey, also, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, like
Do
this
it.
video. Let Gatsby know. Show him love, man. He deserves
Yeah.
all the love.
Show.
Really good.
Yeah.
He's a really
CJ
good dude.
deserves, man. Go show CJ's channel some love. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Turn on the notifications. The cool
Appreciate you
YouTuber
guys.
shit.
And shout out to Salty Sayers, shout out to Casey, and shout out to J Tree. They're all
Let's go.
on the live.
Those are the homies. Those are the homies. Love those guys.
Yeah, man. I see them come through your lives all the time. So
Yeah. Casey and Salty are some of my mods, and J Tree is one of my favorite people in the world.
sorry, my mom was telling me she was taking off.
Hi, Mom. Bye, Mom.
Gatsby says, hi, Mom.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi to him.
I have stuff in my teeth. Probably just ate lunch.
I'm not gonna judge.
If I have funk
Here
in my
you go.
teeth.
That's Mama Seibel.
Hi
How are
guys.
you today?
I'm good.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. It's nice to meet you. My name's Jonah.
And you can see my dog. Maybe.
Hope they can see Jackson. He's down here.
Oh, what's up, puppy?
A little bit.
All right. Have fun.
All right. Have a good day.
Jackson, want to say hi? Hey, well, you can't. Oh.
Puppy dipped.
Oh yeah, he's a year old, man, and he's awesome. His name is Jax.
Jax, yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, shout out to those of you who are joining in the chat and watching the video. Gats, once again, man, I appreciate you doing. I'm not ending the stream. Don't worry. I'm just saying I really appreciate it.
I'm like, damn, this is the fastest interview I ever had in my life. All right.
We'll go all night. No, see this thing. I don't really like to ask a lot of questions. I kind of like to shoot the breeze and just talk. It's like a podcast, you know. I mean, I could ask you, like, who are your influences?
I'd say my biggest influences JID for sure on my current sound. Nas and Kanye are probably my biggest influences in hip hop overall. Nas just for the way he could tell a story.
Yeah.
and bring you into his world. And Kanye, the way he can make a sound, any sound, make you feel something. You know, he can take a sound and you're like, whoa, what just happened? Like, you know, that first note, boom, and everybody's just going crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's just the way that he takes a sound and it is his own. The sound structure of things is beautiful. But yeah, JID, I love that he's got a higher timbre voice, kind of like me. And
I've
I will never.
heard of JID. Are those like initials or?
That's his name, is JID, Jid. He's on Dreamville with J. Cole.
Okay.
But yeah, he's got a higher pitched voice like me, and I'll never try to emulate somebody's sound. But it's dope to hear, you know, somebody like that's able to manipulate flows and bring it in, you know, different rhythms and plays different rhythms, and it works. And so, you know, there are different people like that. I'm like, damn, this dude sounds a lot like me, and I like it. I like it.
J-Tree wants me to ask you, is Jid mid?
Jid is not mid. Jid is not mid. I'll fight anybody that says that.
J-Tree, you better be careful, man. He'll fight you. Are you gonna fight on stream? No. The thing my channel is most famous for, my channel, I should say it's famous, it's not, but the thing I do most on this channel, the topic is wrestling. And I gotta apologize to you guys because I kind of brought some bad news into your stream last week when I was Scott Hall. He was taken off life support, and he unfortunately here's where it gets funny for me. Not funny, haha, but like just weird.
Yeah.
Because as of right before Raw went on Monday Night Raw went on the air last Monday night, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, was still alive. Right? As of like 5 minutes before, and people were still reporting, hey, he's alive, he's alive, he's alive, his family, everybody. 6 o'clock my time, so about 8 o'clock your time, I guess, rolls around when Raw starts. And they show a in memorial, like in memory of Hall. I'm like, wait, I just checked. He's dead? What? And in fact, he did pass away right then and there.
And I've never gotten super into wrestling. I never was, and so I don't know pretty much anything about it at all.
I'm sure you heard of the NWO.
No, I've heard of NWA.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's the same thing.
Well, there is NWA in professional wrestling. There's like a wrestling organization that's been around for 70 or 80 years called National Wrestling Alliance, so NWA.
Yeah.
And they've been around for a long time. They're still going today.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
you said he was taken off life support, and my initial thought is, oh, that's sick. Way to go. Like that's a good thing. And then everybody's like, no, Jonah, that's a bad thing. That's sad. And I was like, oh shit. Yeah, that is bad.
Hey, Shruggy, what up, Shrug?
Hey, Shruggy. My boy Shruggy. I was so discombobulated because you were like, he's taking off life support, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go, baby, recovery. And then everybody was like, no, that's not what that means. And I was like, oh yeah, shit.
Shit.
Wrong reaction.
Your high school quarterback was Darren Drozdov? What? He was J-Tree said my high school quarterback used to wrestle in the WWF back in the 90s, but he broke his neck in a pay-per-view against D'Lo Brown. I know who he's talking about. He's talking about Darren Drozdov. And that was a really sad situation. And the thing is nobody could really, I mean, it wasn't anybody's fault really in that situation. It was just D'Lo wanted to pick him up and do a move, and he did. And I guess Droz just didn't fall quite right, and he wound up breaking his neck, and he's permanently paralyzed. Jack, say hi to the stream, please. Say hi. There you go. There's my dog.
Hey, what up, puppy? What up, pup?
There he is. What are you doing, buddy? Huh? Yeah, he's a good boy. He's only a year old. He's a good boy. He chewed on my remote the other day. My LED lights remote. So I got to get a new one.
Oh no!
I almost killed him for that. I'm like, dude, what is your deal?
Well, luckily, most of those LEDs have universal remotes. So when you buy a different LED strip, it'll come with a remote, and you can just use the same one.
Yeah,
they pretty much all work the same.
Shrug says Gatsb7 looking cute.
Hey, Shruggy looking cute. Look at Shruggy all in charge now, baby. All in charge.
Yes, sir. Um,
Since the other bakery got the bun in the oven, Shrug gets
I think Cheesy already
Shrug
had
gets the
his kid.
kitchen.
I think Cheesy had a kid already.
What's that?
I think Cheesy had his kid already.
Yeah. That's why he stepped away from YouTube. But yeah, man, I love those guys. Those guys are awesome.
Thanks, Cheesy, for doing what's best for him and his family. By the way, I just got to say that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's awesome that you're able to step away like that. Shout out to Cheesy. Hope he's doing well. Shrug, tell Cheesy we send him our love, man.
Yeah, and Shrug's killing it. From everything that I've seen, he's gonna be, dude. He's gonna kill it. He's awesome. I love Shrug.
My dog is just begging for my attention right now. All of a sudden, I don't even know why. If you think I'm lying,
what up, pups? I love the puppy dog guys.
Can you say hi? You want to say hi? Oh, yeah. Say hi because there's no food yet, huh?
He thinks you're feeding him. That's what it is.
Well, I don't have any food on me right now, but
right. He thinks you're there to feed him.
Yeah, but well, he's probably got food in his bowl. But I'm gonna tell you right now something about this dog is that he is very food driven, and it's to a point where we'll sit down at our dinner table or for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We'll sit down at the table and we'll eat. And if my dad doesn't have like a plate for him, that little dog will go roof, 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 until you give him something.
He's spoiled.
Yeah, and you could stomp at him, and you could like no, and you could yell at him and tell him shut up and all that stuff. And we've done all that, and he will still go.
Right.
He's like, I'm not intimidated.
Right. Yeah. No, he runs the show here.
Yeah, and it was funny. We went to Disney World. I'll tell you about my trip to Disney in a minute here, because that was actually a fun trip this year. I got to go to Orlando for my birthday this year, and Monday that we were there, we went to Disney World, and then Tuesday we went to Universal. But when we went, before we left for the the day before we left for the airport, like the night before, we took my dog to my aunt's house, and while we were at my aunt's house, we picked up my cousin because my cousin was going to come with us.
Yeah,
he's 16, so he's older. So it's nice to have an older kid, though,
right.
Much more mature, and but we were picking him up. He's coming with us, so we dropped him off. We picked up my cousin. Then when we came back in the middle of like a snowstorm.
Yeah,
unfortunately. And so we were like, well, do we want to go get the dog tonight and drop Ryan off,
right,
or do we want to wait till tomorrow morning? And we decided we're going to get him that night. So we went over there, picked up Jet, and my dog didn't want to go. He didn't want to leave.
Right.
My aunt has her own puppy there, and so they were playing and stuff.
Right.
So when we came to pick him up, he's like, I don't want to go. I want to stay. I want to stay with her. I want to stay with
right.
They're like, it's time to go, bud. So he was able to come. So he came home with us. And like the next 2 days after that, he acted really weird. We didn't know what happened. He was acting weird. Like he wouldn't come to the dinner table with you like he usually does. And he would just kind of sit in the family room and he'd be like, come here. Here. And he'd be like, no. And I'm like, what's wrong with this dog? Like, why is he acting like that? Finally, he is able to get back to his old self. So he's
there. You go.
Yeah, I think he was just kind of
action.
Like, you guys left once, and you guys are going to do it again.
Right.
But before I get into my trip, let me ask you: have you ever been to Disney World or Universal Studios?
Yeah, me and my girlfriend just went this past year. Actually, I think it was probably 6 months ago or so. Yeah, we went to Magic Kingdom. It was awesome.
That's where we went for Disney.
Yeah, it's crazy. I always made fun of people that I was always like joking about people that are like they go to Disney all the time and they go and they spend thousands of dollars on different shit. And I'm like, bro, it's literally just King's Island, which is like the theme park here. I'm like, dog, it's just King's Island with Mickey Mouse. And then I went there and I was like, this is not King's Island with Mickey Mouse. This is crazy. Even it's like huge. Going into the stores there, it's like going to the stores. It's like this aura around, and I'm like, oh, that's a big teapot, and there's a DJ in there. Like, yo, this Lego, they can make a Lego guy of me. And then, like, I'm like, dog, I could spend thousands of dollars here in this gift shop, take it all home, and never touch it again. And then be like, wow, I can't believe I did that. But also, I know exactly why I did that. Like, I get it now. I get it. I hadn't been there since I was like a little kid.
The funniest thing is when we went to Disney, my dad was not like, my dad's not big on Disney World or Land. He was like, oh, okay, whatever, we'll go. And he's like, you know, he's kind of that bah humbug guy. And my cousin is kind of too. But he was more excited to go than my dad was, I would say. But me and my mom were like the little kids. Like, me and mom had the Disney, like the Mickey ears. My mom had and my cousin too. We all had our Disney shirts on.
There you go.
Actually, I forgot to do something. My mom, she's a crafty author. Hang on, that's the name of her YouTube. I'm gonna plug my mom here for a sec. Everybody, if you want to learn how to quilt or make like arts and crafts or whatever, go follow the crafty author. That's my mom. Her name is Anissa. She's awesome at what she does. She's got let me check how many subscribers she has. She's got quite a few, guys. I think you'll be impressed by the number. This is not she's making money off of this.
That's awesome.
She has 33. She has 33,000 subscribers.
Hey, go off.
Yeah. So Gatsby looking like Harry Potter.
Who said that?
100% true.
I don't know. True. Unless it's a different username.
It might be a different username. CJ, why don't you got a mic too? 100% true. I do have a microphone, but I got a new computer for Christmas, and this is a MacBook Air. And the microphone that I have, let me show you. Oh, it's right here. The MacBook, the microphone I have is Blue Ice, and you see this little piece right here. This little piece is way too big to go into my computer.
Yeah, you need an adapter because it's a USB-C on Mac now. That's an original USB 2.
Yeah, 1K subs for Super Chat at JTree420. Wait, what?
JTree.
What does that mean? I don't understand what that means.
He's saying that once you have 1,000 subscribers, and I think what is it, 3,000 watch hours or something like that, or 300 watch hours. I can't remember what the actual number is. You can be verified for monetization on YouTube.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. But back, so I got my trip for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
My trip to Orlando for Christmas, and it was funny because me and my mom were riding. This was about the time that, number one, I had a broken ankle.
Yeah.
And I think I told you about that broken ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fell off of a ladder helping my dad. So no more ladder matches for this guy. But I broke my ankle, and so we were on our way to the doctor, and my mom let it slip. She's like, "Oh, you're getting a trip for Christmas." I'm like, "Oh, really?" She's like, "Yeah." "Oh, no, I just spoiled it." I'm like, "Well, where are we going?" "Well, now that I'm not going to tell you." I'm like,
right.
You might as well just tell me at this
point.
Right,
you're already halfway here. Go for it.
Yeah, you can't just tease that and then And I'm like, you can't just tease that and then not tell me where we're going. She's like, well, I guess you'll find out on Christmas where we're going, right? And I'm like, I think I know where we're going for Christmas. A couple of weeks before she revealed that I was getting a trip, she kept asking me, Universal or Disney? Universal or Disney? Universal. I'm like, Disney. I'll go with Disney all the time over Universal. Not that Universal is not cool. We'll get into that in a minute because it's very cool. But I'm like, Disney, I love Disney. And she's like, really? Okay. And she tells me we're going on a trip. I'm like, we're going to Disney World. She's like, no, we're not. And believe me, I tried to get your dad to go. He said he was not going to spend that kind of money. So no, I'm not going to Disney World. Right? I'm like, okay, Mom. Okay. Right. And then she was on the phone. I was helping her with my nephews. I was helping her babysit my nephews. and she was on the phone with my grandma, and she goes, "Yeah, so when we take Chris to Vegas, we're gonna take Jack over to Amy's." I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "Oh shit!" Like,
Spoiled it all right there.
uh-huh. And she's like, "Yeah, we're going to Vegas for your birthday. Don't say anything." Right? I'm like, "Okay." So I went to Dad. I'm like, "Dad, thank you for the trip to Vegas. I'm really excited to go." And Dad's like, "What?" He's like, "This is the first I'm hearing about it, you know?"
Yeah.
And then Christmas Day rolls around, right? And the first thing I unpack, or that I unwrap, is a Disney hat. And then the second thing is a Disney hoodie.
There you go. You're ready. All
Uh-huh.
set.
Like, we're going to Disney. She's like, "Why would you say that?"
You won the Super Bowl. You're going to Disney World.
Right. Yeah, she's like, "Why would you say we're going to Disney?" I'm like, "Because I got the Disney hat and the Disney hoodie."
Yeah.
She's like, "What? You can't just have Disney stuff?" Like, okay. And then
Still trying
finally,
to keep it coy there.
I unwrapped another present that said, it was a note that said, "Your presence is required at Disney World on February 21st. And then your presence is also required at Universal Studios on February 22nd.
Yeah.
Now, I know those days don't mean much, February 21st, 22nd. Those were 2 days. Those were 2 days before my birthday.
That's
My
awesome.
birthday
There you
was
go. Yeah.
23rd, so
They spoiled it right there. You already knew where you were going.
uh-huh. But the thing is, on my birthday, guess what we were doing? Coming home.
Hey, you gotta come home to relax and sleep that day. That's the day
Well,
that you get that's the day that you get to make up for all the time that you spent having fun. You just get
we
to,
didn't
you get
get
to crash
home
out.
till 1:00 in the morning, like on the 24th. So
There you
you
go.
spent all day pretty much in the airports.
Traveling, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, airports are great for birthdays. You can get a birthday cake from the little shop. You can get a Red Bull. You might be able to get a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I don't know what airport it was, but yeah, there you go. You get
Well,
you
for my
can make it
birthday
home.
dinner, I got to have cheese ravioli, like
There
from
you
a
go.
certain place in Atlanta.
See,
So yeah,
I'm lactose intolerant, so I wouldn't be able to eat that. But I'm glad that it was delicious.
it was fantastic. But so when we went to Disney World, the first thing that we did was we parked in a handicap spot, and we did that because I'm handicapped. I have cerebral palsy, and I can't walk for long periods of time and all that stuff, or stand for long periods of time either. And so we parked in the handicap spot, which is like right up front at the gate, pretty much, which is nice.
Yeah.
So then you get on the little trolley or the trans or whatever it is, and it takes you to the entrance. And then we went to the first place that we went to was City Hall, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Disney.
Oh, there's my camera. Hold on. Everyone's about to say camera in the chat. Watch.
Uh-oh.
About to happen.
And
it's about 30-minute mark right there.
That was the first place that we went, and they're like, "Do you guys do anything for people with special needs?" My son here has special needs, and guys like, "Oh yeah, I hear." So what we're gonna do is, they have a app. Disney World has an app, and if you're handicapped, what you do is you go, "Oh, got a camera right there."
I knew it was coming.
In the chat right now, just comment down.
Yeah, where are my F's in the chat? Hold on, where's my sound at? Where's my sound effect at? There it is. there's my sound effect. I don't know if it played through or not through this app.
Anyway, so they're like, "Oh yeah, so go through this app, click on the ride that you want to go on, and then click on a time for you to go on that ride, and then at that time, come to the ride, and you'll go through."
Oh, that's awesome. That's super sick. Yeah.
You have to have a card to like verify that it's you, right? We all have our own cards, but I had to go first because I'm the one that's.
Yeah, that's a vibe.
And so I'm the one that's disabled, so I had to go first, and it was we went on. I think the worst ride, if you can even call it that, was the Huckleberry Finn ride or whatever.
Oh, that's not the It's a Small World joint, is it?
No, God, no.
That It's a Small World joint is. I fell asleep. I really did. I fell asleep before we got to the end.
My mom loves It's a Small World. freaking loves that ride, and I have no idea why.
Oh
My
yeah,
dad has no idea why.
I fell asleep. For real. I fell asleep on a couple rides. I fell asleep on It's a Small World. I fell asleep on the Peter Pan joint. And then the what was the other one that I fell asleep on? Winnie the Pooh joint. I fell asleep on that one too. But I fall asleep like I can fall asleep wherever, whenever.
Connor, yes, you are, but looks aren't everything, buddy. He said I'm funny. Sorry, I gotta talk a little bit of shit, Gats. You know me.
Right, yeah.
You know. But yeah, so we went on this Huckleberry Finn ride. What is it? Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer? It's Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah, Tom Sawyer,
It's
Huckleberry
Tom
Finn.
Sawyer ride. And it's this, you're on like a piece of wood, right?
Yeah.
It's like a large piece of wood because there's like a bunch of people on it. And it takes you from like one spot and it just goes, it's you're standing and it's just like a smooth sailing to another part of that park.
Yeah.
And in that other part of the park, there's caves and stuff we could climb on. So I guess if you're into walking in caves,
Right.
great. But that's all it is walking.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no
for real.
thing about it. So it's like, what the hell is this?
No, the best rides there, my favorite for sure. The Haunted Mansion joint was sick. The Haunted Mansion was fire. The Buzz Lightyear shooting game.
My man, that was the first ride that we went on.
Man, I came through without Buzz Lightyear, Blicky, just like freaking popping aliens. I was like, this shit is so fun. And then the what was the other? Oh, Space Mountain is fire.
Yes, Space. So
Yeah,
funny
those
story about
ones are
Space
crazy.
Mountain. Funny story about Space Mountain is when we went on there, I didn't realize it until we got to the fucking line, to the front of the line. I lost my card.
Oh no!
So I lost my card, so that means we couldn't get on, right? So we're like,
Oh no!
fuck. So how are we supposed to do this, right? And we go up, we're like, hey, he lost his card because he's a dumb shit. Is there any way that we can go through, blah, 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 because we're already here? And they're like, are you all part of this party? They're like, yeah. And he's like, okay. So my mom took her card, or took that Disney app, and my card was scanned in on the app.
Oh, there you go.
To scan me, and then she scanned herself, and then Dad scanned him, and then, yeah. Well, my mom scanned herself twice, which fucked it all up. I was sitting there for like 20 minutes trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Finally, somebody says, oh, ma'am, you scanned yourself twice, so I need you to scan him first and then yourself. And I was like, oh, did it again, and it worked, and we were able to go through. But at that point, I was like, public enemy number one for losing my card. I'm like, shit. I was so mad. And then the only time, I don't know how it was for you with the whole mask situation, but the whole time we were there, we only had to wear our mask when we got on the train coming to Disney.
Yeah, when we were there, it was you didn't have to wear them unless you were inside somewhere. So on most rides, you had to wear them, and then like inside the gift shops and stuff like that. But if you were just walking around, you didn't have to wear them.
Oh, see, for us, we didn't even have to wear them in the shops. Like we didn't wear them at all, except for when you were on the train coming to and fro.
Yeah, this was also, I think we went like 6-8 months ago. So
Yeah,
it was a little bit different then.
it might have been different. Yeah, and then the next day we went to Universal Studios. And I was going to tell you, our food, bro, we spent like almost $200 on lunch and dinner.
Oh yeah, that shit's crazy. They'll hit you with everything for its worth. I got a margarita when I was there. The margarita was like $24.
Holy shit!
And it was like a small margarita, and it wasn't like nice tequila either. I got like normal Espolon, and it was $24.
Why am I getting get drunk off of this? What the fuck?
What is this? What
If
are
we
you doing to
didn't
me?
no drink, at least get me drunk off of that shit.
I was like, I could get a whole case of White Claw back home for that. I'm chilling.
Right.
I'm chilling.
Right. I didn't drink at all when I was in Disney or Universal, but the night that we got there on a Sunday night, and so that night we decided Jonah's a tequila snob that comes from Casey.
I do like nice tequila. I do like it.
I'm a Fireball guy myself, or a
Oh
beer.
man, I used to love Fireball. And then I think it was my birthday 2 years ago that I took. Was that 2 years ago? It was probably 2 years ago now that I was streaming on YouTube,
I
and
think
for
I remember
every
watching the stream. You and Scheme and
Now that was last year. That was this past year. I was the one before that when I was by myself, and I was taking a shot for every $20 that I made on stream.
shit.
And I ended up. This is like early on when I was doing YouTube, and I didn't have, as awesome as a community as I have now. I love my community so much. But yeah, I was underselling myself, man. I was doing $20 a shot. My dumbass ended up drinking the whole bottle of Fireball.
Damn.
And then the next day I was like, oh yeah, like just the smell of Fireball now. I'm like, I don't know if I can do it again, my guys. Oh shoot.
I know a little bit of a trick. If you want to get drunk quickly, here's what I do. And you don't want to just taste that Fireball. Here's what you do. You pour yourself a glass of beer, take the Fireball, dump that in the beer, shake it a little bit, and then you drink it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a terrible idea. That sounds like a horror. That doesn't even sound half good. That sounds like, you know how they say like liquor before beer, never sicker, or whatever the heck. You're just doing them both at the same time. So you're just kind of playing roulette with alcohols and hoping maybe this isn't gonna make me feel shitty tomorrow.
Yeah, well, and I gotta be careful. I gotta admit, I gotta be careful. I can't throw up the way my stomach is set up. I can't throw up, so I gotta be careful. But I still do that sometimes.
Hey, you're mixing both those. That's crazy talk, dude. That's crazy. That's on the same level of eating unfrosted Pop-Tarts, my guy. Or eating ramen noodles with no seasoning.
Eating unfrosted Pop-Tarts is a crime. Okay.
Oh yeah, I think one time Casey told me that she eats unfrosted Pop-Tarts. I never looked at her the same.
Casey, you're an animal. You do that?
Casey's the GOAT, man. Casey's the GOAT.
Casey.
But, yeah,
I was going to say something. My nephew, it was hilarious. My nephew, a 5-year-old nephew, tried to get me in trouble the other night. He was staying the night. We were eating dinner, and I had a blue ribbon, a blue ribbon, and it was one of those tall boys, right?
Yeah.
And so I had a blue ribbon, and I open it, and Alex goes, my nephew goes, Grandma, look what Uncle Chris has.
He threw you right under the bus.
Yeah.
There's the bus right there. Whoop. Hasta luego. You're gone.
Like, really? You're going to try to get me in trouble? He goes, I'm like, Alex.
Oh, yeah. Casey ate raw hot dogs. That's what it is.
I do that.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Yo, hold up. Oh, man. We gotta wrap this up. No,
I eat them straight out the pack.
That doesn't sound half good. That sounds like you took a block of ramen noodles and just took a bite out of it.
I don't like ramen noodles.
Oh, I love ramen. I'll smack some ramen noodles. I make fire ramen. Get a little garlic powder, get some lime juice in there. Oh, shoot. Get some more of the powder. Get some cayenne pepper. Oh, get some butter. I'm telling you, I'm the GOAT. But yeah, that shit fire.
But yeah, so my nephew tried to get me in trouble. And I'm like, Alex, it's okay that I have this. I'm like, Papa knows I have it. Papa is his grandpa. Papa knows I have this beer. It's okay. He goes, oh, okay. And he just walked away. I'm like,
you're out of the doghouse right there.
I'm in the doghouse. That's right.
You made it. Mama, we made it.
I get in the doghouse a lot for drinking. So if I can stay out of the doghouse, I'm going to do it. As a matter of fact, just to tell you how bad I've gotten. See my Xbox right there?
Yeah.
I got that taken away for drinking. And I got this computer taken away for drinking too. So that's how bad I've gotten in trouble for it. So,
man.
Well, actually, I just recently got these things back. So
the only time I've gotten in trouble for drinking is when I am walking home from the bar in the middle of the night and I realize that it's 7 a.m. and I can't find my way home. That's only happened one time, but like that's the trouble that I get in for drinking. I got arrested for 4 Loko one time. That was a bad day.
One time,
my
buddy Wes and I, shout out to Wes. He's my middle school homie. We've been friends since middle school, and
what up,
still talk to this day. So shout out to Wes. He and I decided one day we were going to go out day drinking.
That's a bad idea.
And I know. And so the first place that we went to, I say the first place that we went to, right? We went to Old Chicago and had like we each had like 2 beers, right? And then from there we walked over to a place called Joe Palooka's, which is literally right across the street from where we were. I walked into the men's restroom once because I was so drunk. Oh God. Yeah. I got a story about that too. Hang on. But so we went to Joe Palooka's, had a couple of shots and a couple more beers, and then we were both like, all right, let's go back home now. I'm like,
Mhm.
let's go back home. I'm out of money anyway, so let's head back home. So we go back home. My sister took us home, and dumb fuck me was like, well, hey, there's more beer in the fridge. You know,
There's a vibe.
some of that beer, and it
It's
was
the
my dad.
after party. It's the
It was
after
dad,
party.
yeah, it was dad's beer, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So we're like, yeah. And by the way, I've already been busted for this. This happened years ago, so I'm not incriminating myself here. I've already paid the price.
Hey, don't let mom hear that. Me and mom are homies now. Me and mom are homies.
And but yeah, so we're gonna drink some of his beer, and then dumb fuck me was like, hey Wes, let's take my dog for a walk. Right?
There you go.
Well, taking your dog for a walk while drunk, probably not the best idea.
Probably not the best idea, but you only live one time.
Well, this particular time we were walking, and I don't even know how, but somehow I slipped into a muddy hill, and I slipped downhill, and I couldn't get back up. My friend tried to pull me, but some strangers tried to pull me. I couldn't get the fuck up. I was
no.
that drunk. I couldn't get up, right?
Oh shoot.
So they had to call an ambulance, and then they had to call my parents.
Oh.
That was a whole shit show.
Damn.
It was a shit show, but
Damn, that sucks.
But then another time, I was walking home from the liquor store, right? And I was a little drunk already walking to the liquor store, and I was drunk walking back home. And actually, I remember I fell on like the grass, and the guy that was mowing the grass up there, he was nice enough to help me walk back home. He was able to like carry me and my
Yeah.
I had like a box of alcohol that he had to carry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a nice guy.
Yeah. And fortunately, I didn't get busted for that.
There you go.
Actually,
Look at
and I got to drink the rest of that booze that night. So
you go. That's the stuff right there.
enough incriminated me with booze. I mean,
right.
Yeah. Talking about Universal was really cool. The one place that we really wanted to check out at Universal was, of course, Hogwarts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hogwarts. Have you seen the new Harry Potter game that's coming out?
Have I?
Yeah.
No,
they're coming out. Yeah, this Christmas they're coming out with an open world Harry Potter game.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you get to go explore the whole world and do all the quests and shit. You're a student in Hogwarts. I'm really excited about it.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. But so we went to Hogwarts. That was one of the first. No, the first ride that we went on was the Jimmy Fallon race through New York ride, which my parents and my cousin are like, ugh. Oh, and by the way, they also had something for special needs people. They didn't have a card, but just go through the phone thing, or go to their phone, and just kind of put it up again, show them that this is what time you want to go, and they'll let you through.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you like set a time there too, but there was no cards necessary for that, thank goodness. So we went to race across New York, and everybody in the family was. Oh, and I had a wheelchair to help me get around because I couldn't walk long periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can walk. It's just when I
yeah, no, absolutely. My cousin has cerebral palsy, so I understand.
Okay. Yeah, and so we did that, and my parents were like, "Oh God, this ride's gonna suck. It's gonna be a sitting through something, right?" No, ride actually as you're moving around, and
Oh, that's awesome.
so it was a cool ride, and they're like, All right, that was a pretty good ride. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Twilight is better than Harry Potter, Casey.
I mean, that's wrong, but you're entitled to your opinion. It's
It
just
is
the
wrong.
wrong opinion.
That's absolutely wrong.
I never once in my life have thought, man, I'm gonna watch this movie about a shiny vampire over a amazing story of adventure of a boy recognizing his true potential and saving the world from evil. I've never once thought, damn, let me watch this shiny vampire fall in love with a human.
I'm not the biggest fan of Harry Potter, but I will pick Harry Potter every day over Twilight.
I love Harry Potter. Harry Potter's so freaking dope to me.
Or you look like him, so it makes sense.
I look nothing. It's the glasses, man. If I take off the glasses, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Look, I got something for you, Gats. I got something.
Oh God, I'm gonna be in trouble here.
This came from Hogwarts. And I think they mailed it to the wrong address.
Hey, look at you go. You got the wand.
I did. You want to see what it looks like? Here you go.
Hell yeah. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's sick. They do the whole thing where you go in, the wand chooses you or whatever the heck.
No, you go in and you choose what wand you want.
Oh, sick. That's awesome.
They had and the cool thing is that, like I showed you, they have names on them, right?
Yeah.
So you can get Harry Potter, which is what I absolutely wanted, and I was not going to budge on that. See, I don't know if you can see it very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't going to budge. I'm like, Harry Potter. I want Harry Potter. I don't care how much it is. I'll buy it myself. I want Harry Potter.
Right.
So I got Harry Potter. And then my mom got, she really wanted, what was the chick's name that killed Sirius?
Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yes, she got Bellatrix Lestrange as one.
Yeah.
My dad didn't get one, I don't think. Oh, no, my dad got one. I don't remember who his was. And I don't remember who my cousin got. But, yeah. So that's what we got at Hogwarts. And we spent majority of our time at Universal in Hogwarts.
Yeah. No, it's worth it. Worth it. Worth it.
Well, yeah, and there's so much stuff to do and see. It's really cool. And the rides in Hogwarts were awesome. There was a Escape from Green Gas ride or whatever, the bank.
Mm-hmm.
There was one where you were actually in the tower at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
And you got to race through that. And then there was one with Hagrid. It was like Hagrid's Wild Ride or something like that.
Yeah.
That was cool. And then my dad and my cousin, they rode I can't remember what the name of it was, but they rode a ride in Jurassic World, and they rode the Hulk coaster in the comic book area.
Yeah.
And me and my mom, me and my mom would kind of ride it. I don't know how you'd say that. Me and mom are kind of done with the ride.
Yeah, you were done. Yeah, you clocked out for sure.
Yeah. We were like, okay, you guys have fun,
Right.
And what else did we do at Universal? I'm trying to think if we did. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. That took a lot of our day away. We were gonna go eat lunch in the Simpsons area at Moe's Tavern, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we go into Moe's Tavern and you order your food, right? And you sit there and you wait.
Yeah.
You wait. You wait. You know how long we waited for our food? Hour and a half.
Damn, that's a long time.
For 4 burgers. Actually, no, I think it was 3 burgers and a hot dog.
Man.
It was cooked. Don't worry.
It was a cooked hot dog. It wasn't the raw one this time.
Yeah.
That's only at home. That's only on the weekends. Just like
Whoa.
Raw hot dog packs on the weekends.
Trying to say, there's adventure in Twilight. LOL. Casey, what's the
there is adventure in Twilight. There is adventure in Twilight. I'll give her that. I read all the Twilights. I read them when I was in like middle school or high school, something like that.
The books are better than the movies.
I've never seen one of the movies, so I can't speak to that. But I have read the books.
Okay.
But yeah.
So we had to wait an hour and a half for food, and then me and Mom, we got a Duff Cola with our meal. When we got Duff Cola, we thought it was just going to be a Coke, right? Regular Coke. So Coca Cola, but it's called Duff Cola because it's Simpsons. No, you know what it is? It's Diet Cherry Soda. Sorry, I should preface Cherry Coke Zero.
Damn.
And Casey says that raw hot dogs are better than cooked hot dogs. Casey, you need to take some time.
Reevaluate.
Yeah. Do you need some time to yourself?
No,
Casey?
see, I'll get into some weird food kicks sometime, and then everybody has their taste as odd as I think it is, but I get on, I ate hot dogs. I ate conies with chili and onions and mustard every day for like 2 months one time because I get hyper fixated on different foods.
Yeah.
And I'll eat those every day for every meal until I get sick of them. And I'll do that, and then I'll never eat it again. Like I have not had a coney since the couple months that I did it every meal.
Yeah. Let's stop talking about me because this pretty much. I apologize. Let's. What are your feelings on Dax? And before you answer, I'm a huge fan of Dax. I love his music.
Yeah.
I think he's extremely talented. He's great. I noticed that a lot of YouTubers don't like him at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he's done some shady stuff to Crypt. I've kind of followed that feud after it all happened. So I was able to kind of go.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's not my place to tell anybody else's story, So I'll let everybody else tell their own stories, how they see fit. I think Dax is a good artist. Do I listen to him? No, not really. I don't. It's not my style. But there are some songs like that. My Heart Hurts song. I like that song a lot. I like when he sings and he does some melodic stuff. But I mean, for me, it's not necessarily like my style of what I look for in music. But I'm stoked that as other people like him. So
just to kind of give you a glimpse as to what I like. I'm a huge fan of you, obviously. I'm a huge fan of Crypt. I'm a huge fan of Dax. I'm a huge fan of 6 Seconds.
Yeah.
6 Seconds is really cool. And I actually got to say thank you to you because, once again, I got to say thank you to you because I was supposed to do an interview with a guy named you. I think you reacted to him, Clip Monstar.
Yeah, Clip's the homie. I like Clip.
We were supposed to do a podcast, and he's never reached out to me about it. I reached out to him saying, "Hey, man, when do you want to do the interview and all that stuff?" And he's like, "Whenever, homie." So I give him a time or whatever, and he never hits me back. And I'm like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, you got to give people times with artists and stuff like that because at the end of the day, like I mean, I'm balancing so many different things. Like I've probably worked 70, 80 hours in the last week or so just on music stuff. I've not stopped for a week or so.
Oh wow.
So it's with artists. I think it's especially when you're bringing somebody in for an interview or a podcast or something like that. I always say it's like, hey, give me a time, and if the time works for me, I'll tell you. If it doesn't work for me, I'll tell you that too. But if you say, hey, when do you want to do an interview? And then I'm like, oh, whenever. And then I don't get a time or anything like that. I just assume like it's kind of by the wayside. It's not for me to be like, hey, how does this day work? Because, it's your platform. So I want to, I want you to, give me some times and stuff like that.
Yeah, you kind of take control.
Yeah, I want the person that's hosting kind of, when I have people on for interviews and stuff like that, I just have to make sure like, hey, can you make this date or something like that? And they're like, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
because it's my platform that I'm having somebody else on. I want to make sure that I make it easy on them and say, hey, here's this time or date. If it can't work for you, cool, we'll find another one. But if it works, dope, let's do it.
Quick little side question: are Mama Crypt's wings as good as everybody says?
Yeah, they're so fire. Yeah, they're so fire. I've had them twice now. Those joints are crazy. Yeah, she goes crazy with the wings.
My dad last night made ribs for dinner, and there was like no rub on it. It was just ribs, and I think he put like jelly on it and something else I can't remember.
Yeah.
Um, oh my god, those were delicious. And the
Yeah.
meat was, and he didn't just cook them; he smoked it. He smoked the ribs,
Oh yeah.
so the meat was like falling off of the bones. Dave Speak says, "Congrats, bro! Just wanted to
Hey
drop
Dave.
say what
Love
up,
Dave.
Dave. Shout out to you, homie."
Dave's
Uh,
dope. I just talked to Dave. I think it was yesterday. Or no, it was 2 days ago. Friday we had a conversation. It was awesome. Super sick.
so I gotta ask, am I doing good as an interviewer? Is
Oh yeah, you're doing great, man. I have probably another 10, 15 minutes or so, and then I've got to head out and do a
I
couple
was
more
about,
mixes. But
yeah, I was
so
about
yeah,
to wind it up anyway.
yeah. So if you have more questions, I'm all ears, man. I'll answer anything honestly.
I think we answered all my questions. So we're just kind of talking at this point. Casey Girl says, "Hey, Dave." Wow. Okay. I try to be very interactive in my videos with not just the guests, but with the chat as well. Uh,
Yeah.
I think it's important that I don't care how famous you are or not famous you are. It's important that you keep a line of communication open with you and the people that are watching you. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, but yeah, you know what? I guess we can wrap this up. I'm all out of questions for you, man.
Oh, that's it. Oh man, I didn't even feel like I got put on the spot.
Well, you want to get put on the spot?
Oh wait, hold on. No, I think that I just brought some bad on myself. No, hold on. All right. Hold up.
I don't have any questions to put you on the spot, man.
See, Dave put me on the spot, and I was like, okay, hold on. Now I gotta like back up a little bit. No, I'm just kidding.
I got nothing on you, man. I got
Yeah,
nothing
bro. But
for you, homie. You
yeah,
are
love being up here. Love being able to chat with you for a few.
yeah. You were just the coolest dude.
Appreciate
I
it.
appreciate you. If you're new to this channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and guys, I have a saying that if you don't like this video and or subscribe, Rikishi, who was a former wrestler, he was a fat dude, and his signature move was that he would stick his ass in your face in the corner. So, that being said, if you don't like and or subscribe to this YouTube channel right now, and show my boy Gatsby some love as well, Rikishi will come to your house tonight and give you that stink face.
Damn.
And
pulling out the big guns with it. Huh?
we see. That's another thing I was going to ask you. I'm closing it, but I'll ask you one more. What do you think about gun bars in rap?
Oh, I don't care. I think
Your name is Gats. I know.
Yeah, my name is Gats. I mean, it has nothing to do with. I always joke about that, but like, I'll make a gun bar every once in a while. But like, if you've never shot a gun before, just don't make a gun bar. It's like just be authenticity is so important in music, especially in rap. It's like be yourself. And if you were a kid that was raised in an upper class family that has never had to never had to struggle for anything, just talk about that. Oh, hold on, my camera went off. Yeah, talk about that, because there are going to be people that relate to you. There are going to be people that listen to you for the relates to you, but don't try to be somebody you're not.
Someone like me, never shot a gun in my life, never even touched a gun
right
in my life. I wouldn't rap about that stuff.
See, I only rap what I know, and I only rap what I've seen. So I don't try to be anybody that I'm not.
Exactly. That's why how did you come up with your name? That was one of the questions I was going to ask.
Gatsby is obviously from the Great Gatsby. He was a dude that by all accounts kind of had like everything together. Kind of had, everything in front of him. He was this millionaire, multi-millionaire that used to throw huge parties for everybody. But there was always something that he was striving for. It was the green light across the river, and that was Daisy's house, where he was in love with Daisy, and he was looking at this green light, and the green light symbolized Daisy. And so it was like what is you feel. Everyone thinks you have it together, but you're looking and you want more. And so that character really resonated with me. And then the 7, my brother passed away when I was 7. And so that's why I took away the Y and I put in the 7, because I don't have to ask why I do anything. It's like I know why. It's like that's when I found out that there was pain in the world and the world wasn't nice. And so that's why I make the music that I make, is like, I'll sauce out on stuff, but at the end of the day, like I care about people. And because I know what it's like to be outcasted, I know what it's like to not fit in. I know what it's like to you know, not feel like you belong. And I never want people to feel like that, you know, with my music or with me as a person. And so that's why my name is what it is. And that's why the 7 is very important to my name.
I had no idea about your brother, man. I'm sorry. Rest in
Yeah.
peace to your brother, man. My sister's my best friend, and if I ever lost her, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah. No, man, it's, you know, not great, but it's like it shit happens, and you know, the world moves on, and you gotta keep people, you know, keep the memory of people close, and move forward. So
Yeah.
that's all you can ask for.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this podcast. I want to thank Gatsby for coming through and
Yeah, absolutely.
doing
Thank you
his
for having me.
Shout out to everybody in the chat that came through. Appreciate everybody. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. If you're new, subscribe to my boy Gatsby because he's just the dopest dude in the world. He goes
Appreciate you.
live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Correct?
Yep, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. And until next time, I'm Seibelmania. He's Gatsby. We're
Yep.
seeing out.
Bye.
Peace.